Listen, life is suffering. That's the first thing you need to understand. It's suffering and it's malevolence. And it's worse than you think. Because not only are you burdened with the inevitable tragedies of life, sickness, loss, and death, you're also prone to self-deception. You betray yourself. You act in ways that make things worse, not better. And you know it. You let yourself down. So, what do? Do you just sit there and accept that life is pain? No, absolutely not. The alternative to suffering is something far worse. It's nihilism. It's the belief that nothing matters, that there's no point in moving forward, no reason to improve. And that's a damn terrible place to be, because when you fall into that pit, you become resentful. And resentment breeds bitterness, and bitterness turns into malevolence. Before you know it, you're destroying yourself and everyone around you. But there's another path, and this is where motivation comes in. Not the kind of motivation that lasts for 5 minutes and fades when things get tough. No, the real motivation comes from purpose. And purpose is something that's earned. You don't find it lying on the ground. You don't stumble upon it one day while scrolling through your phone. You build it. You construct it brick by brick through responsibility. That's why I tell people, especially young people, but really anyone who's lost, sort yourself out, clean your room. Not because a tidy room will magically fix your life, but because it's a start. If you can bring order to the space you occupy, then maybe you can extend that order outward. Maybe you can bring order to your relationships. Maybe you can bring order to your career. Maybe, just maybe, you can bring order to the world. And here's something crucial: motivation follows action, not the other way around. People think they need to feel inspired before they act, but that's backwards. You act first. You take a step forward. And then, because you've done something, because you've confronted the chaos of the unknown, motivation comes. It emerges as a byproduct of disciplined effort. You want motivation? Take responsibility for something, anything. Yourself first, because if you're a disaster, you're not much use to anyone else. And then maybe your family, your community. And if you get strong enough, the world. People ask me all the time, Dr. Peterson, what should I do with my life? And my response is always, pick up the heaviest burden you can carry and carry it. Because that's what gives life meaning. Not happiness, not comfort, meaning. And meaning is found in struggle. It's found in pushing through suffering, not in avoiding it. And here's another thing: stop comparing yourself to other people. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to someone else today. Because there's always going to be someone who's better at something than you. And if you let that stop you, you'll never move forward. But if you look at who you were yesterday and you make yourself just a little bit better today, well then, that's progress, that's growth, that's motivation. Because now you're moving forward, and forward is the only direction worth going. Look, life is short, and you have no idea what you're capable of until you push yourself past your perceived limits. You could be so much more than you are, and if you refuse to aim high, if you refuse to strive for something beyond yourself, then you're choosing stagnation, and stagnation is death. So, get up, take responsibility, face the dragon, because the alternative is far worse. And if you do that, if you take on that burden willingly, then maybe, just maybe, you'll find something worth living for.